When Lexi Brown from the Los Angeles Sparks became aware of Ice Cube's remarkable offer to Caitlin Clark, an offer comparable to NBA-level salaries, she couldn't conceal her dissatisfaction. In the fiercely competitive world of basketball, where actions often speak louder than words, her reaction sparked a controversy that left everyone talking. Earning slightly more than $80,000 this season, Brown viewed the substantial offer to Clark, who was still an NCAA athlete at the time, as an insult to many players in the WNBA. Frustrated, Brown took to social media to voice her disbelief and frustration. With her fingers flying across the keyboard, she wrote, "So no other women's basketball player has come to mind in the last 7 years?" In a follow-up tweet, she added, "Instead of, I don't know, supporting the women's league that already exists, let's do this in the middle of the NCAA tournament. Men are hilarious." However, Brown didn't stop there. She brought her concerns to a broader audience during an appearance on the Gill Arena show, where she openly criticized the decision to extend such an offer to an amateur player. When asked about the contract, Brown expressed her displeasure by saying, "So, you offered the contract to a player who's not yet even in the WNBA. Big Three does not happen during overseas seasons, so that doesn't make sense. And then, you pretty much offended all of the European countries that open their doors to us, give us a lot of money, a lot of love, and a lot of experience by calling them dismal and dubious. There are some very beautiful countries that we have the opportunity to play in. So, I mean, if you're going to say that it's for that, then stand on that. But I don't think it's a..." The sparks of controversy surrounding Brown's comments quickly spread. Observers began to speculate whether her frustrations stemmed from a sense of envy. Despite earning over $300,000 during her 6 seasons in the WNBA and spending time playing overseas, Brown's remarks about the grand gesture made towards Clark hinted at deeper feelings. Clark had emerged as a household name, dazzling audiences with her exceptional skills and magnetic charisma. Her games attracted sellout crowds, gained national broadcast coverage, and transformed every court she played on into a stage. In contrast, while Brown was undoubtedly accomplished, she hadn't achieved the same level of public recognition. Ironically, Brown's tweets about Clark's offer introduced her name to many for the first time. As the debate intensified, it became apparent that Brown's outspoken stance might have unintended consequences when she returned to the WNBA courts. This set the stage for their first on-court encounter at the Crypto.com Arena, where the Sparks faced the Indiana Fever. From the start, Clark made her presence known. Just 2 minutes into the game, she executed a flawless give-and-go with teammate Nalisa Smith, who found her cutting to the basket for an effortless layup. Despite relentless double-teaming from Brown's teammate Kia Nurse, Clark continued to demonstrate her exceptional playmaking abilities. She found Victoria Vivians, who then connected with Aaliyah Boston under the rim for an easy bucket, narrowing the Sparks' lead to 7 points. In the second quarter, the game's momentum shifted dramatically. After the Sparks committed a costly turnover, Vivians capitalized on the mistake and quickly found Clark, setting the Fever up for a fast break. Driving in transition, Clark dished the ball to Kelsey Mitchell, who launched a three-pointer from beyond the arc, reducing the Sparks' lead to just 3 points, with the score at 20-23. On the next possession, Clark's brilliant court vision was on full display as she advanced the ball up the court and delivered a precise pass to a cutting Vivians, facilitating another scoring opportunity for the Fever. Moments later, from a baseline inbound play, Clark spotted Mitchell wide open under the basket, leading to an easy layup that brought the Fever within 4 points. Clark's ability to disrupt the Sparks' offense became increasingly evident as the game progressed. In a highlight reel moment, she launched a near full-court pass to Mitchell, who faked out her defender and sank a shot off the glass, further cutting into the Sparks' lead. By halftime, the Fever trailed 45-34, but Clark's impact was undeniable. Her contributions in the second quarter alone included 4 rebounds and 4 assists, starkly contrasting Brown's stat line of 2 assists and 2 rebounds for the entire first half. The third quarter saw the Fever's momentum continue to grow. Boston set a perfect screen for Clark, cutting to the rim as Clark delivered a pinpoint pass that led to an easy layup. Clark's defensive prowess also came to the forefront when she hustled back after a turnover to steal the ball. The Fever's fluid ball movement was on full display, culminating in a Vivian's mid-range jumper to tie the game, capping off an impressive 11-0 run. Clark's lethal ball handling skills continued to shine as she set up Vivian's under the rim for another score. To start the fourth quarter, Clark took advantage of a screen set by Boston and attempted a three-pointer, which was blocked. However, Boston recovered the ball and converted a layup, reducing the Sparks' lead to a single point. Clark quickly regrouped, finding Boston again with a precise bounce pass from the top of the key. Boston drove aggressively and scored, giving the Fever a 1-point lead at 57-56. Moments later, Clark orchestrated another flawless play, delivering a bounce pass to Vivians, who drove unimpeded to the basket for an easy finish. With just 2.5 minutes remaining, Clark created space for herself and launched a deep three-pointer over Nurse, extending the Fever's lead to 6 points. In the game's final moments, Clark faced Nurse one-on-one, dazzling the crowd with a quick step-back move before sinking a game-sealing three-pointer. The Fever claimed their first win of the season, overcoming an 11-point halftime deficit to beat the Sparks 78-73. Clark finished with an impressive near triple-double, tallying 11 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4 steals. Meanwhile, Brown's performance was modest, ending with 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Their second matchup unfolded with even greater intensity. From the opening tip, Clark was on a mission. Relocating to the top of the key, she received a pass from Mitchell and drained a three-pointer, giving the Fever an early lead. As the game progressed, Clark showcased her dynamic ability to drive and distribute the ball. Penetrating the defense, she kicked the ball out to Vivians for a wide-open three-pointer that ended a 9-0 Sparks run. Despite Clark's efforts, the Sparks finished the first quarter ahead, leading 24-15. In the second quarter, Clark continued to make plays, orchestrating a series of pivotal defensive stops and offensive contributions. After driving in transition, she found Lexi Hull in the corner. Recognizing Clark's shooting prowess, Hull returned the ball to her, and Clark sank a catch-and-shoot three-pointer, narrowing the Sparks' lead to 4 points. Clark's defensive capabilities were equally impressive. With less than a minute remaining in the half, she blocked a shot from Brown, forcing a shot clock violation. By halftime, Clark had tallied 14 points and 5 assists, but the Fever still trailed by 5. In the third quarter, Clark once again took control. She initiated a smooth offensive sequence, finding Boston with a bounce pass. Boston then executed a skillful spin move, driving down the baseline for a reverse layup. The Fever's defense forced a Sparks turnover, allowing Clark to drive unopposed to the rim for an easy layup, cutting the lead to 1. Despite the Sparks' efforts to adjust, Clark's chemistry with Boston and Vivians continued to exploit weaknesses in their defense. Clark repeatedly found her teammates in scoring positions, facilitating a series of successful plays. Facing mounting pressure, the Sparks attempted to double-team Clark, but she adapted by finding open teammates like Mitchell, who sank a critical three-pointer. This sequence put the Fever ahead midway through the third quarter. However, the Sparks regained control with an 11-0 run, ending the quarter with a 4-point lead. The fourth quarter saw the Fever mounting a comeback. After a Sparks turnover, Clark sprinted coast to coast, but missed the layup. Boston was there to clean up, securing the rebound and drawing a foul. Down by 4, Clark launched a three-pointer from the top of the key, narrowing the gap to 1 point. On the defensive end, she denied an attempted lob pass, showcasing her ability to disrupt plays. The Fever's pick and roll between Clark and Boston proved nearly unstoppable. Clark consistently delivered precise passes, setting Boston up for easy baskets. In the game's closing moments, Clark demonstrated her resilience. Despite intense defensive pressure, she found Boston for a clutch three-pointer, cutting the Sparks' lead to 5. Clark's final drive to the rim capped off a stellar performance, although the Fever fell short. losing 88 to 82. Clark's stat line was remarkable: 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Brown's initial comments about Clark sparked a heated debate, but it was Clark's on-court performances that silenced any doubts about her capabilities. Even in defeat, her brilliance shone through, proving that sometimes actions speak louder than words. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more engaging basketball stories and analyses. See you in the next video.